Yo, you are now tuned in to another episode of the 3% Show, where here I like to say, and my motto is people will tell you 97% of their truth, and that's dope and that's honest, if it's real. But the 3% unspoken, you never know, holds power in people's life, no matter if it's good, bad, or indifferent. It can also be the thing that thrives you. So today, I got somebody from way back, way back. When you
Four flat tires back.
About 6 foot something, we had to be nemesis on the court for the rival schools for the hometown, and then kick it whenever we saw it. It's all love. I give you motherfucking Chuggy in this hoe. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm speechless, man. I ain't never got interviewed before. Man, I appreciate this, man.
Really?
Nah, not like this.
I ain't never know. I mean, I think it was like 2 or 3 people that told me to go ahead and holler at you about it.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate it, man. It's an honor. You know what I'm saying? To be thought about, to be discussed about.
Absolutely. So, the reason why I brought you on the show is because I'm a huge advocate of giving people their flowers now. And it doesn't mean when they blow up, because people have a tendency of knowing you when you blow up. But my thing is, you're already huge in the city. You've already done great things. From what I've been hearing, you've been tutoring people, honoring people. So now it's time that I honor you. So if you can, how you doing today?
Man, I can't complain, man. I'm on that journey with you, man. This is day 9 straight. No days off working out, man. This fitness journey.
Hey, that's why I created that new IG. If you don't know, I got that J Davis Fitness. That's a new IG. I need y'all to hold me accountable because this young brother be riding his bike to no end, and I just be seeing his little patterns he put on there. So.
Yeah, but now I switched it up, man. I'm trying to at least hit the gym every day, like no matter what, every day.
Hey, I'm trying to do it because that 25th class reunion coming up. I'm trying to look slim.
Nah, I'm just trying to do it, man. I feel better when I'm in shape. You feel me?
Well, I mean, that comes with being an athlete, though,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That routine.
College and all that. You don't work out for a whole week. You be walking around feeling like you on swole.
Facts. And the military, though, that's still ingrained into me too, some type of routine. So
absolutely. So tell me this. Again, it's an honor having you here. Give us a little bit of background about yourself, Chuggy, for those who don't know. And this brother is so talented and so raw lyrically. And man, I love it.
Let me wet my whistle. Well, I mean, I graduated Wyandotte High School 1999. Was fortunate to be a part of a state championship in 1998 basketball. You know what I mean? And part to be of a state championship, many people don't know, in forensics and serious solo acting as a part of that 98 journey. No, that was 97, my bad. So 97, I won state in theater, but not a lot of people know that. You know what I'm saying? So.
You know what is so important about that is I tell people all the time, if I knew then what I know now, I would have been a thespian. I would have really been into theater heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw people do the Little Shop of Horrors, I knew the whole line, but I'm a hooper. I'm playing basketball. I can't be up there talking about feeding.
What they call a pigeonhole. They try to pigeonhole you. Like, this is all you supposed to do is this. You know what I'm saying? So
what got you into theater?
Church, Sunday school. Sunday school, Easter speeches. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then it got to be the Christmas plays. And then, you know what I'm saying? That's the first 2 places that I cried in front of people because I was so frightened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Terrified. But I love
it. Makes sense because you're so blunt and so you stand on the matter of fact of what you do, even as an artist. Nothing rattles you, but yet you started this voyage a long time ago where most people weren't even thinking about it unless they were dedicated to the craft of singing or theater or even debate.
Yeah, so, and then school plays in elementary school, went to John F. Kennedy. So,
okay, JFK, shout out.
Yeah,
you got White Church out there, Fairfax. I'm gonna go ahead and throw mine out.
Yeah, you got to rep the town.
Already. So,
and then
99, you got the state championship, right?
98, we got the state championship. And then I graduated in 99. You know what I'm saying?
I one state after I left. That's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, you know, and then, you know, hey, as I should be, feeling myself, aspirations of going further athletically. So that athleticness pretty much has carried me to the Air Force, where I hooped for like 10 years pretty much. And a lot of people don't know that either. I was serving, I did my thing, learned a couple trades, but normally I was just hooping. And that was great.
Because every time I saw you on MySpace, brother, you had these huge bottles and you had some foreign standing on each side smiling. And
you know, Japan, Korea, France, Italy, a couple places I was stationed over there. So,
because I remember coming back home and more, and I always remember your pops always bragging on, hey, you know, he overseas, he doing his thing. He doing his thing. That's all he doing his thing.
Man, I was literally
just doing his thing.
Yeah, nobody knew what I was doing. I was a postman pretty much playing basketball over there. I was fortunate, bro. Like, I didn't shout out to everybody that, you know what I'm saying, had to go lay on the front lines and all that. You know, we all signed up for it, but my path was different, you know what I mean? So
absolutely. And you know, I came out of Fort Leavenworth for that 1 year and I saw the career paths. I've seen people say, hey, I want to go so bad. And I saw one gentleman that when I started working at the Argosy, I'm like, you good? He was like, man, I don't want to be a ranger. I would never go. So everything is different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody's experience with the military. And I thought about you when I had this show because, you know, a lot of times it's such a stigma on the military, Black men and Black women in the military. And I know, I mean, everything happens on our soil too. So, you know, I just appreciate who you are and what you've done. I mean, you were where you're supposed to be in the military and you learned so much and you came back and changed.
And I was the same person though. Like, a lot of people couldn't figure that out. Like, oh, you're in the military now, you got to do this. Whoop, wop, wop, wop. I'm like, just because you tell me? You got to know. Come on now. I'm a man first. Fuck this uniform. I'll slap the beat the shit out of you. Might beat me up, but I'm going to hit you first. Like, that was my mentality when I was in there, bro. Like, for real. Like, it was great, bro. It was great. It was great. It was great. Like, I got to choke out one of my supervisors one time, like, because he tried to step to me one time, and he tried me. He lost. Like, you can't do that in no regular job.
Hey, that's what it is. Like I tell people, I'm a very nice guy, but I'm a man first.
Exactly. Respect me.
That's it. That is it.
Yeah, but you know, it was a learning experience. I got a chance to travel, which was dope. Now I speak Spanish fluently, which is dope.
You be cracking me up with it too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Jardines y Ma, you know what I'm saying? LLC, yard landscaping up there. But yeah, man. And then after that, tried a couple jobs randomly here and there. Try to work for the unified government here, KCK. Cut somebody out there, a couple people told them we're going to slap them. So they was like, we don't think you need to work here no more. So that's understandable.
So tell me this, bruh. What is your experience? And most people don't know, if you don't know, I'm originally from Kansas City, Kansas. I represent 913, as you can tell. You know, I keep it with me everywhere I go. And I'm from a town, you know, a joint called Wyandotte County. Most people don't understand it's a lot of rich history as far as not only athletics, but history already. Quindaro, you already know it. That's why I took that picture on my background. But most people don't understand how rich the city is with the Underground Railroad. We have historical museums. We have so much land and property that's just thriving right now, as well as artistry. How was your experience dealing with Wyandotte County growing up and more? How did it shape you?
Pockets, man. That's all I can like really phrase it. It was like I only explored the certain areas of Wyandotte County that my friends were there or my family. Like, now as an adult, you know what I'm saying, expanding your lens, like it's a lot of stuff here in Wyandotte County like you're talking about. I don't think I will go down there by myself, down there to the ruins. You know what I'm saying? We got to have some backup. But no, sir. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot here. Like right now I live in Strawberry Hill, which is all foreign and new to me. I never heard about it before I even moved back.
I don't even know where that is. Where's it at?
Right there on 5th Street, like right between the river, like the East Bottoms.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. I never
like
down there.
like Car Point Park. Have you familiar with that? Lois and Clark Park.
Where's that? Is that almost over there, but almost by Sunshine Biscuit area?
Yeah, it's right behind it.
That's a little.
Where the steamboat? Where the steamboat? You remember the riverboat?
Huh?
You remember the riverboat when we were younger?
Yeah.
Where we used to load up at on the riverboat?
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, they built that all up now, man. It looks hella cool. Like that's a part of my path when I ride my bike. And then Riverside from here is so accessible. So,
and that's the thing about it. You know, people think of Minnesota as the Twin Cities, but people gotta understand that Kansas and Missouri literally is divided by one small funky river. You know what I'm saying? Once you cross over the river, when you smell funk coming, you know you done left one state and headed to another. Or if you go to the north side, civilized dwellers live. This where Park College, and the insurance rate on your car isn't too high because the crime rate is low, unless they have a meth house somewhere. So, with that being said, so Wyandotte County, you basically stayed in your pocket as well as you went to skating land.
Not so much. Not so much. I sucked at skating.
But you at least win, didn't you?
Yeah.
Already, you had to show up for the Crips and the Bloods fight. It was one of the two.
I was gone before then. My parents picked me up early. I could never stay till they
so they like the shoes off.
Nope. I never stood that late.
Oh man, those were the days, man. You never know what's going on. I remember one day it was like the Malice at the Palace, and I bumped into somebody and turned around, and it was me and Moochie. We was both looking like this, and he started laughing at me. It was like, boy, get your ass on.
Man.
So after Wyandotte County, you go to the military. How long?
I go to college first, Hoop Dreams.
Where'd you go? What school did you go to? Was it?
Oh, man, that was a journey. Initially, I went to Barton County for 1 year. I had the ACT score. So in my mind, I think I go there 1 year, then boom, bounce to a big D1, a sorry D1, and then ball out and lead the country in scoring. That's what my mind was, because I was working out so hard, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm down here in the booth, and I'm really cooking, like. Yeah, so the school that I chose was Arkansas Pine Bluff.
You know, that's crazy. I went to UAPB the first time I went on a black college tour, and from Leavenworth, they took us to Lincoln, Langston, and UAPB because that's when they had Reggie McConnell from Missouri. He used to play with the PF Flyers, and he was at UAPB. And I went down there, and I was like, "Oh, this looks like First Street to me," but it's a black college, so I was enamored by it.
Enamored, all shook. My recruitment visit, man, they must have had sorority rush week, and I was not well versed in what a sorority was, a fraternity. All I saw was all these females, and they told them that I had the possibility that I could go there, and they was just throwing themselves at me. I had the greatest time. They had the floor at this club called PJ's that lit up like the Michael Jackson Off the Wall video. Never seen it before in my life. That led into a pool. I was like, oh my gosh. And it was all black people. That's what threw me off. It was all black people.
You felt like a blue chip All-American, like the movie Blue Chips.
I did other recruitment videos, but the thing that was killing me, it was all black people. You feel me? Like not a speck of, I'm not saying I'm racist, but you grew up in Kansas, it's always going to be, one or two. But it was just like, I was like, wow, this is different.
And that was something that I touched on with somebody, I think with my sis when we interviewed. It's so funny how we have all these black colleges, but in District 500, nobody really talks about it. They don't promote the black college experience.
But a lot of us do go, though, out of here.
I know now, but when I was going to school, you had a few people that probably their parents went, like Floyd, and then Floyd knew all about it. But playing sports, in my mind, I was thinking UCLA, K-State, KU.
Georgetown, yeah.
But if I would have really honed my skills outside of going to Hillman, like the different world, I probably really would have looked into Howard's, the Hamptons,
Langston.
I didn't even realize I didn't even realize they had black colleges like East, like in Virginia. I never would have thought about that. Because history books will tell you it's nothing but slavery and stuff there. So why would I want to go? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, that's just uninformed as a youth.
That's
Like
crazy, bro.
a lot of holes in the education that they was showing us.
Absolutely. And that's what I tell a lot of people. You know, we can complain about Black history and XYZ not being taught in school, but it really starts at home around your table. You know,
Yeah.
parents allowing people to be around people with that information. I always tell people a child's first hustle, a child's first job is selling candy. If you have grandparents and people that's
Yeah.
going to sit there and buy your kids candy, they won't learn to hustle. So that's your first thing. And whoever your parents, as a parent, whoever you're surrounded with, your kids should know exactly what each parent does, each of your parents' friends do, because that's free education. That's your first internship in life. So if you got friends that's into teaching and you know your child want to be a teacher, I'm gonna definitely have my kid around that all day, every day. That's a free experience to learn.
Yeah. But then I don't know. Like I would say, just from my vision growing up, it was more of a shelter. This is how I raised my kid. I don't need no help type
Right.
atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I call that night. I call them years to this day 1980 lies, because you
Hey,
never know what was real. Parents did what they had to do. Some walked in shame. You know, it just, we didn't have these open dialogues like we do now, and we can't research things like we do now. And that's so interesting because, like I said, I grew up thinking that my cousins were my cousins until I realized it was friends.
shit, that's crazy. Speaking of research, I got this is my Ancestor Dna Kit.
Oh, brother, I got mine. I can show you. Oh, I can show you, boy. I'm pretty black. I'm pretty blackety black.
Yeah, I got man. I'm on my journey with that. So I'm part Cherokee, and you know my cousin's been she's been on us. I ain't gonna front. I just been looking and observing. Like, hey, do this, do this. You need to get this. You need to get this. Whoop whoop whoop. Now the checks is rolling out.
All right. That's a free education you could have had too. And most people don't realize, some people up at high school, I'm like, you could have went to high school. It's so much out there that you know, I
Residual.
just have conversations like this to let people know, be informed, like, hey, it's out there. Your money's out there, your history's out there, your heritage is out there. Because when I
Yeah.
did mine, it linked me to a cousin that I really didn't know that I had. I knew my Uncle Tony had two kids, but the one that hit me up knew my mother personally. And that's when I realized, I said, oh, this thing really works.
Which one did you complete?
You said what?
Which one did you complete? Which one did you use?
I think I did Ancestry.
Ancestry. That's what this is.
It's supposed to be dope for Black people. And I realized I was Nigerian, and I was like, fuck.
Got to go over there. So
Now I got to go ahead and make money. Now I got to make the money first to go over there, because at them weddings.
You can make money over there.
Huh?
I said you can make money over there, can't you?
I'm going to go see Fahim first.
That's what I said. See Fahim, you know what I'm talking about?
Already. So, brother, we're going to fast forward to the now. We know that you're from Wyandotte County. We appreciate your service. I always say that no matter what, because it takes somebody to go. Okay, because I came out of Fort Leavenworth, and when they did graduation, they were like, a lot of us is going to the military, and I was like, nah, that ain't it, bro. I ain't going. I don't care how much they lied to me about how fly my car is gonna be, because I didn't realize military kicked it as hard until I moved there in the 18 and up club, and I had 26-year-old women telling me, you can drive my Act Right, you can drive the Honda, you can drive the Accord, just act accordingly. I was like, oh, I was paid. It was like
I was in Cali straight right after college. My last year in college, I just went straight into the military. And my first year was in Cali, and I had never lived in California, up north in Sacramento.
Oh, you was in Sacktown?
I was like 40 minutes outside of Sacramento, but yeah. But man, look here.
Already.
Rest in peace. I can say it now. Rest in peace to my Cadillac.
Well, let's fast forward to where you are. The reason why I brought this gentleman on here, for those who don't know, it was recommendations by 2 or 3 people that said, hey, you got to have Chuggy on here because he's the truth. One thing that I truly love and inspire to get out, you know, it's my driving force, is to understand the rich history of Kansas City and Kansas City, Missouri. I can't just say Kansas without saying Kansas City, Missouri, because I spent a lot of my time growing up at places like, you know, with Bonafide G and you live with Simeon, going out to 18th and Vine, I remember Janelle Monáe's last performance at the Blue Room before she moved to Atlanta. We have such rich talent, and as far as poetry, is so much truth and honesty in some of the poets that we have. And also, it's just a creative bomb that is blowing up due to people actually staying home and wanting to be productive, people coming home and doing more. Um, so, Chuggy, when did you find out that poetry was your thing? Because we grew up, I mean, like I said, we used to be in Fahim's basement or at Kensington Park and all, and you just never know somebody's talent. But like I was saying before, even though I haven't seen you in so long and it's in spurts, it felt like it just picked up naturally. So when did you find out that poetry and writing was your thing?
It's the transition for when I moved out to Cali. Went out there, found a spoken word night. It was at a Jamaican restaurant. Just found it online. Was like, yeah, you know what? Like, I used to write. I always journal. I've always written some type of something. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. You know, short stories. I'm always writing something. You know what I'm saying? So when I got out there, I was like, man, give me a reason to go to Sacramento, go get some food, and then I'll start doing poetry. And that was just one thing I started doing every week. Every Thursday, I go out there. Wow. Every week. And I just kept getting better and better, just picking out random topics.
Right.
Yeah. So and then
what was your first spit like? Like what made you say, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and go? And what point did you be like, you know what, I'm gonna get up there and try to say something? Because I know back in those days, that's when they had the BlackBerry poets. Everybody get up there, and then they pull out their nice phone and be like reading. While I had the paper up there shaking. My first time, I was at Trigo shaking, like
Yeah, I had a journal. I got like 3 of them, like a hardback, and I just wrote it down and went up there. And my thing was, I always enjoy it when once I get done, people that I don't even know might say something within of what I said to let me know, like, man, you really listening and you really paying attention, because I said it kind of fast, but like somebody to bring it back, be like, man, what is decolletage? Like, I heard of it. Where is it? Right here. But just women got it. You know what I'm saying? Like weird stuff like that.
But that's dope. I mean, that means that you're truly about your artistry and not just doing it, because I think it's a huge misconcept on people that pour their life out in their words. And sometimes it's almost like you either reliving trauma or you're reliving good times and joys, versus people that just get up there just to be seen. So that's why I said I appreciate you and your artistry, because when I finally heard some of your stuff, I was like, what did he say? Unapologetically, like you said it and stood on it and took a sip, like, and I said, oh, okay, this is different. So you started out in Cali,
and then went to them. Yeah, and then any open mic that I found amongst me, going from California to Seoul, South Korea, from Seoul, South Korea to Madrid, I always found an open mic. And I always perform. And then I would go there regularly, and people were like, hey man, you want to kind of host and do this with me? So some places in Madrid, I would actually host with somebody else, and I would like do a series. You know what I'm saying? I might do a part 1 and a part 2 and then a part 3. Like all together, it might be like a 30-minute poem. But other people would be going in between of it. So it was pretty cool to do it over there in a whole nother country, and people still understanding it, because I do it in English. I tried in Spanish, not so well, but and then go back here.
How was the reception, and how did you feel being like, damn, it's real spitters out here all around the world? Because it's one thing to see it, it's one thing to hear it, it's one thing to fly somebody in for a week, coming out your pocket, and sometimes people are more worried about the turnout to make sure they make their money back from flying this poet in, but you've actually left the country. I mean, how was that setup? Was it a lot of people? I mean, how was that?
It would be like a look in a small, nothing no bigger than say soiree, something smaller than like that. But it might be packed, maybe 20, 30 people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of around. Like there's one place I used to perform at an Irish pub every week, and they would have live music performers. They'll talk over the beat, similar to soiree. Man, it's standing room only. You can't get in there. You feel me? So
I miss that feeling. I ain't gonna lie. When we was down at Cabal's and you lit and Ant and G and DJ Q and Shad and them, and who else? Let me just throw out some Lost Soul and Siobhan the Queen and then you had Macau, and then you had oh man, it was so many good people that came through there, bruh. I remember Brian Kennedy. He was too young to get in the clubs, and he was still in there with us. We let him do his performances. I think poetry really is like my favorite artist is Gil Scott Heron. I love Gil Scott. DJ Shy put me up on him, and I'd start listening to what he was saying. And I like the fact that he gave us the political view, right? But then he goes like home when he had, you know, different types of poems. And I think it's a stigma. And sometimes, you know, we have that situation where it's okay to speak your mind, but you can't talk about us. You can't discuss our issues in public. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're stunned on that, even though it's real, even though it should be said. But, you know, people get tired of seeing communities and situations continuously happen and being silent about it. So that's why I love poets and poetry so much, because it's almost like you all have the audacity to talk about it more than anything.
Not afraid to not bite my tongue. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like imposing self-pain, so I ain't gonna bite my tongue if I feel, if I got enough energy to go up there and speak, I ain't gonna hold back what I'm thinking.
I never thought about it like that, but that's an honest thing, because like I said, we are praying people and all, but even in those instances, we have to be humble and hold our tongue and be meek about things, even in the church, or even politically correct. If you're a celebrity, you have to hold your tongue on something that if you wasn't at home, you'd be like, man, that shit ain't cool. But when you're in the public's eyes, according to your stature and more, you're supposed to be civil and civilized about it. So that's one thing that I like about poetry. That's why when we had 3P on here and Coop was on here and all them, that's why I love those women for what they're doing. If I might ask, can you kick a little something? Do you have anything? Do you feel it in your spirit? We can have a little cipher. I mean, my stuff ain't as dope as yours, but I mean, I'll throw my little 75 cent in there.
Well, being that it's the day of the week of Tuesday,
have a little break. You know, I got to represent for the town.
That's sweat chocolate vodka. Okay.
You know, I got to represent for the town.
Okay. Well, finished my culinary assignment, because I'm in culinary school right now. So I finished my culinary assignment, turned it in today. So.
Oh, you're just a walking brain. Okay, I'm paying attention, brother.
No, man, I'm learning, man. I'm just trying to soak up all this game out here that the military gonna pay for. You feel me? Like, give it to me. So
wait. Let's see if it does like the commercials. Hold on. Go ahead. I'm with it.
How you make the I sound before you tasted it?
Always Coca-Cola. That's what I heard in the commercial.
Okay, gotcha. So on the health kick and all that, dear Mrs. Gluten, I've loved you since the day I started Putin. Never knew what the cause could be, but back then and right now, farting alone is comfortable to me. The cause is the yeast plus and see, that's all I got. I don't know, like, where to go. I got to remix it because it's old now. I know how to cook.
It's new to everybody else here, man. They better take this platform, because I remember hearing that, and when you said that, I was like, Putin? Are we talking about Russian? I got bars too, brother.
Putin, not Russian. If I eat too much bread, then my butt starts gushing. Like, I can't do it.
You can't do it no more?
I got the celiac disease, so I can't mess around.
Already.
I think that might have been too much Big Bear and Magnum back in the day.
You ain't even with the St. Eyes. You tripping, brother.
Man.
So where do you see the city headed to now? I mean, you have people like Joe doing things. You have people that basically we grew up with. You have Amber doing her thing with the flutes. You have singers coming in left and right. You have people, I feel, that has gotten out of the mind state of, oh, I have to sing this certain kind of song, or I have to make it poppy, or this and that, and now they're singing from their souls. What have you noticed about the city over the last maybe 2 or 3 years, if you've been involved, or even if you just get out a little bit? What have you learned about the feel? What's the feel of the city?
Man, like, I love everybody's confidence just to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Keep but enjoying it. It looks like everybody's enjoying what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, man, like, and then you get some type of compensation for that, tell me something else that's better than that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I know when I do come home, I flow through and I stay in the power and light area, but I like that crossroads area, the crossroad district. I like how even the way the clubs are even set up now. You actually can dress nice and be clean, and then you can be relaxed at some of these places with the indoors and outdoors. And to me, that was huge because I remember, we had to be quarantined to Stanford's, the app, maybe different clubs, Club Life and all that around when they open up for about 8 months and they close down and reopen up with a new name.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I was inquiring about that because I just see so much has changed. Like you said, the vibe has changed and people are feeling confident in what they're doing and being not only artists, but just individually, because I feel like we need things and we need people like you in our city because our city, the murder rate is so crazy. I mean, these young Thundercats is acting up, and then you have the old school cats that don't want to say nothing because there's no such thing as an OG anymore. It's really not.
It's really not. Yeah, but I mean, like I haven't honestly been out in about 2 years though. So it's like I haven't probably publicly spoken probably about the same amount of time either.
Well, that's so crazy. I'm starting to see a lot of people my age and a little bit younger saying the same thing. They don't get out. And I don't know if that's
nightlife wise, but
and if you know right, you do right and you move accordingly. Because a lot of people don't understand Kansas City. I call it Killer City. I call it Kansas City. I have so many. Look, I knew things were about to go south, and I knew the city was crazy when Mac Dre was killed. R.I.P. to Mac Dre, but
R.I.P. Yeah.
But I mean, it's just senseless on the way certain things happen, and it's crazy.
Now, if it's an event, you know what I'm saying, I'm more open to. Yeah, I'm gonna go. But if it's just like on a regular basis, just to go somewhere, get out the house, I'm probably not gonna do it.
Absolutely. And that's so crazy because, back in the day when the last time that we really got a chance to hang out and chill, in Spurs, it was me and you and Fahim, I think, at his house. And that's when Fahim was doing music. And that's when I was doing music. And I'm like you, I love writing. I'm a writer. I'm a creative person. Like stories, I have musical Tourette's. I tell people that all the time. So my music selection goes from everything.
And you got a quote for every situation.
Huh?
I bet your movie quotes is on point too.
Already. Some of them, yeah. But that's the funny thing about it. Like, I don't watch all the black movies. Like, I like movies, period. And I like comedy, period. So for me to rush out and see this comedy show, I'm like, no, maybe not. But I'm going to check out this. I'm going to fuck with Joe Coy. I'm definitely going to fuck with Joe Coy.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, you got to look up Joe Coy. He is the most hilarious Filipino cat ever. The dude is hilarious. But it's just like what you were saying, Wyandotte County raised me. And that's why one of the poems or one of the verses I said, don't get it twisted because I can spit them thing. This is love music, but we all from the same neighborhood. Quindaro and the county's a dot. My best friend's a drug dealer with the plug on the cops. I'm from the place called Crooked Land, where we got Crooked Man. You shoot the heater, see the bullet land crooked in that man's chest with no Teflon vest. Now he's losing his religion, he'd inherit the flesh. I'm surrounded by 49 state. Yeah, it's hard to escape. The heartland receive nothing but hate. And they say, from the east all the way to the bay, will rap and get my life taken away. My city holds away from bad deals. Plus rappers dead and gone. This verse of writing the song is inspired by home. From the city where the priests run home and the chiefs homegrown, them dope boys keep the chirp on their phone. And when I wrote that, I was still working at the Argosy Casino. That's like 15 years old, and it's still playing through.
Shout out Priest Holmes.
Hey, 31 need to be retired. Every time I see old boy with 31, I'm like, they need to retire that jersey.
Yeah, that was dope, man.
So who are some of the poets and active things that you enjoy listening to in the city, or have you mentored anybody?
Negative and no. Nothing.
Really?
Like, nah, like I'm a
Really?
hermit. No, like when I'm a hermit, I'm a true like hermit. Like even when it comes to like videos and stuff, I don't know. I don't know if it's my egotisticness. I don't know. Like the videos that I create of the cycling or like, you know, even my stuff, I might watch it a couple times, maybe just to make sure, you know, it's has good quality. But other than that, I don't look for more resources. I probably should, you know, and other stuff. But nah, like I don't listen to any podcasts.
It's incredible because, like I said, for you to feel, and this is a cool part, and that's why I love bringing people on this show, is because without you, you're naturally saying, I don't know. When I interviewed Soul Servers, they were just like, I don't get out in the street, but there's so many people that talk highly of the artistry and of the person that you are. So that is mind blowing to me that you don't understand how people are. When I come to the city and it's poetry, and I might see you, and I literally look for you when I go to poetry spots. The few times I dip in the city, I didn't realize that you just keep to yourself.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's wild. Because people up here looking at you like you a founder on the Kansas side, and that's huge because you know.
How? I've never spoke nowhere. I spoke one time at Elevate. Shout out to Elevate. I spoke one time there, maybe.
But people travel to go see a good word. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I like about a poetry crowd is that you're going to get the realness of the people there before it gets popping and popular. So that's what I'm saying. I've had 3 different people that will remain nameless, but they were like, man, you got to get Chuggy on your show. And if he's
man, and now you said that like people were, and it's like, it was a different feeling, man. Like you were saying, like these people, I might know them, I might not, but it was getting to be to where it was people actually looking at me like, yo, where you gonna be at? Like sending me, hitting me like, where you gonna speak tonight? What time you gonna speak tonight? Where you gonna be at? When I used to perform at a certain place every, you know what I'm saying, every week. And then my times just started going back and further and further and further. Like people would come at a certain time, which I would think that I was gonna be performing, and then that wouldn't happen. And then you just get further and further and further back. And I was just like, ah. So it was like, I had like a nice little following, like 20 or 30 people were like, yo, we're going to pull up. And then they pull up and then I wouldn't perform. And then, yo, we got to go. I'm like, I ain't got no control over it because I'm not doing this. This is not my deal. So
how do you plan on controlling the narrative? What is the thing, if you have a thing, what are you dealing and doing now? So while people are looking at this, you know, they can reach out to your, what would you like to see the direction of what you're feeling and your vibe is, even though you're a hermit, and that's cool.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm in the lab. Like this time last year, I was trying to figure out how to get my class B.
All I see is your mustache and it's ticking. Already got you. And I see Nip still. You good?
My bad.
You Gucci.
Shit, man, picking up more life skills, man. So like this time last year, I got my class B because I know I like cooking, and you're gonna class B commercial driver's license, and I know you're gonna need that to drive, you know, a big rig, possibly food truck style, because I'm in culinary school right now. And, you know, on that journey, I like cooking, so now I'm gonna just go through the back door of a place that has public speaking. I dropped a resume at a place that does public speaking, so hopefully that will be a double dip of me learning the craft and giving me, you know, a way to go speak, get some thoughts off, and I don't have to be around people. That's my thing now, man. I really don't like large crowds. I don't like. I don't.
And I was getting like that even before COVID. Like I'm becoming more and more of an introvert.
Before COVID. Like
because I remember my first 2 years here, bro. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I only remember the first 2. I was drinking, I was partying. Houston, Texas gave me everything. It gave me so much life before it gave me life was a phrase. I was, man, now it's just like I just want to chill, you know, create, build. Now I'm starting to focus on adulting because, like I said, I don't have any kids all my life. So I was just, as long as I had me, I'm good. But now it's like I want to plan, I want to build, I want to be able to take care of and more. So I do understand where you're coming from on that. And like I said, I appreciate you being on the show, because somebody that doesn't know you that might enjoy your craft, now they get an understanding of, okay, so I see where he's at. He's working on him. He's doing what he needs to do for himself. And I understand that you don't like to be out in the crowd and this and that. So it's not about what I used to call, quote unquote, the Westport fame, when people try to do it big in music or whatever they were doing. You do this for real, not for show.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't think, I'm not saying that you do, but it's not just because I'm not publicly speaking that I'm not still writing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still writing, still creating. It's just, I want to have it more so, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Give me, if all I'm going to do is just publicly speak for 4 minutes and you want me there for 6 hours, I'm going to be in the kitchen. I ain't going to be out here with it. I'm going to be in the kitchen.
I can dig it. So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna have more women on the show. Knowing what you know now versus then, and the reason why I'm asking this question, because you are well versed. You've lived life. You've experienced life outside of the pockets that we talk about. Because that's why I encourage a lot of people. Hey, you can always move. Try moving out to another city, another state, because you can always come home. Home ain't going nowhere. So I challenge people that's younger now. What advice or what you say to young people, even though you don't like talking to people? I understand.
I didn't say I didn't like talking to people.
But what advice would you?
I don't like being around a lot of people.
All right, so now you're in your comforts of your home. What would you say to young men nowadays, and even people our age? What advice or what is truly on your heart that what you see that might inspire you not only to write, but it just gives you that feeling? What would you say to a young person?
Find your passion, like know what passion is. And if you could get compensated from your passion, that's great. But if not, find other means to work toward to where you can get compensated for your passion, whether that's school, whether that's using the military, whether that's going to take a trade or something. I mean, don't let your passions get you caught up though. You know what I'm saying? You got to be realistic and
man, that part.
Yeah.
Like
the hopes and dreams. Everybody can't get rich on The Price is Right. You feel me? I want to.
$5. Damn it,
bro! I was almost there, man. Oh my gosh!
Hey,
funny. Have you ever been on The Price is Right?
No, but my auntie had. Wasn't you on there one time?
No, I tried to, man. My plane landed. We was on the tarmac for 6 hours.
Oh no! See, you lost me right there. Yeah, my auntie was on there either once or twice.
Did she win?
Nah. She was in the crowd. She froze the VHS so we can see her right there when the camera zoomed through.
Yeah,
I think that's important. Like you were saying, find out your passion, because growing up, quote unquote, basketball was supposed to be my path, and I really didn't even care about basketball. I just enjoyed the brotherhood that I had with the people around me. More than anything, because I didn't have it at home. So for me, it was like a safe base. It was a way to relieve my stress. It was a way to get away from my normality. And that's why when I talk to kids, and when Al brought me back, I told parents straight up, if your son is not LeBron James or a freak of nature, please find 2 subject matters that they're good at.
And pick up an instrument too. Pick up an instrument.
I'm going to buy a trombone this year. That's going to be my birthday gift to myself.
You know how to play?
Absolutely. I was First City.
I heard that. Salute.
Eisenhower Middle School Playboy. I didn't study. I got a B in music because I never studied. I just played by ear and was just going with it.
Salute.
And it's so crazy because I thought that the trombone was the dumbest instrument. And this is why I talk to kids about leaving. But when I came to Houston, I heard bachata, I heard salsa, I heard merengue, I heard zydeco. I heard so many horn sections when I moved here and was just like, damn, I fucked up. I should have kept it. I should have kept on keeping on, because somewhere.
I feel the same way about the violin.
Damn. Now you're a little bit taller to be playing that violin, but I ain't gonna say nothing. This is style.
You know what I'm saying? But still though, man, I could have been up in that thing. But now, man, yeah, that's too much. But
that's what's up, man. I mean, I truly, I just appreciate it. I wanted you to know, because most people would think that when they hear your poetry and hear the words that you choose to say that most people wouldn't, they might look at them like, I don't know how I feel about that because poetry is supposed to be so sultry. And I call those dudes doing poetry for coochie. It's a lot of them in the city. And well,
around the world, para mundo, like all over the world, man.
Militant and the poets that speak too fast and they supposed to, but then when you meet them in real life, and I'm just like, this ain't it.
Oh, and I got to give a big shout out when I was in DC. Like when I was in DC, that's when I was going real hard. They have these. You might be familiar with Bus Boys and Poets.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've actually wanted to go back to DC.
Yeah, I made it a goal of mine when I lived up there. I wanted to go to every single one in the city. It was like 7 of them,
and they be busting it. I've seen them on YouTube, old YouTube stuff. I've seen they be busting it. Plus, I like go-go music anywhere. That's why I started wearing New Balances and jogging pants. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't make it that far. But that was my stateside. Like when I came back from overseas, I would go every week and I'll be right up there with them, the McLean people, like, and then I'll just, go outside, smoke a cigarette, and then like somebody come up and say something about, man, so does the gluten allergy affect you? I'm like, man, so you was really paying attention.
But you gotta understand, you were talking about this shit before it was a thing. Just like people that's OCD. No, you was just a weird person that wanted to keep stuff clean. As soon as they got a title for it, boom, I'm OCD. They declared that I'm OCD. And I'm like, man, it's just everything has something. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like that poem. When you said it, I was like, what are you talking about? And then 2 years later, I'm like, oh, they talking about gluten-free, gluten everything, MSG.
Everything.
And then Nas dropped that joint, that food joint on the CD Nigga. It's him and Busta Rhymes when they was talking about we love soul food, but it's killing us. We eating everything. We love to kill ourselves. I'm gonna send you that joint. That joint is a beast.
All right. Well, yeah, and like so with that, and then now like the food thing too. Like everybody's on food, so I jumped on the culinary thing I know how to cook from traveling the world as well, but to precisely know how to make stuff, it's eye-opening. Like, I'll never buy mayonnaise again.
Hey, dude, I'm trying to come by the crib when I come home and get some. I'm so tired of eating Go Chicken Go every time I come.
I stay right 2 blocks away from Go Chicken Go.
They getting saltier and saltier every time I go, but I still eat it. I don't eat Gates. I'm not a barbecue person. Give me a nice sausage, I'm good. But that barbecue stuff, it don't move me. I don't know why. Yeah. I love Gates though. It's still good, but I'm just not a barbecue fanatic. So I definitely got to check out your food because there's some girls here. It was 2 food trucks, people from KC here, and they were doing their thing too, bro. So, I mean, it's I commend you on continuing education. And one thing that you said that I love, and one of my best friends who cuts my hair, classic cuts, she be killing my shit. But she's military, and she was like, if the military gonna pay for my education, why not? That's what I'm down to. Why not?
Yeah. Take education, a trade, you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Can't beat it.
Well, bro, like I said, I just had to get you on here because number one, I truly appreciate you and love you as a human being, as a person. You funny as shit, and you've always been you every day of your life.
I don't know how to be nobody else. Who knows how to be anybody else? I don't know how to be nobody else.
Absolutely, and I think that's one thing that, like I tell people, one of my biggest fears in life was my biggest fear is success. I will tell anybody, I've always played Robin when I was truly Batman all these years in certain situations. Yeah. And now at 43, coming into myself and 3 years of leading into it, I'm going to get therapy myself. And that's just for me because I realize I have shit going on in my world.
You're too weak. I'm on it. You have to. I feel like, I don't say have to, but I feel strongly about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. After, like, a person functions better if they have outlets or some a non-biased opinion to kind of sift through what's going on.
And that's what I need. I need somebody to actually call me out on my shit, but also help me fix my shit without saying, well, I don't want to say this without hurting your feelings. And I think for me, I had a perception of myself and what the world wanted me to be. And that's why I said my biggest fear of success is if I do make it, what if I'm truly an asshole? What if I am an asshole?
Be the greatest asshole you can
And I've been
be.
suppressing it like for years. Like I'm gonna be this dude. I'm gonna wear that John Deere. I'm gonna dress differently than everybody else. Everybody wears wearing Jordans. Hey, I'm gonna wear some Steve Maddens. I'm wearing Timberlands. But
everybody cutting their hair. I ain't cutting my hair. You feel me? I ain't cutting my hair. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not doing it.
Like you are out of control, and that's why I said I brought you on this show, because you give me unapologetically yourself. You give the world unapologetically yourself, and that's what I love, and that's why you are a near and dear friend to me. No matter how long it takes when I see you, or if it's a call at 3 a.m, we gonna chop it up. We gonna do whatever. I mean, that's what I feel as a black man to another black man with some Cherokee. You know, I gotta represent. Got represent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You tatted up with it over there all over the year.
Already, you know, that's, you know, I'm here with it. I'm here with it, with the whole Africa. Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing about it.
Cherokees in your lineage as well?
No, if it was, I'll go back to school right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be a 43-year-old freshman. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, what you talking about? I'm a 40-year-old junior, baby. Man, I've been in school. I've been in college since '99.
Hey, that's it. I went to college. I went to Stay Home University. I majored in Victor Newman 101, and I minored in Trading Spaces at KCK. Everybody else graduated but me. I was still giving out advice like Alex Hitchin, because I'm good with words, and I'm good with people, you know. But it's like I said, you know, I truly understand when they say sometimes you got to put your seatbelt on first, even though you're in dire need, or the ones your loved ones are in dire need. You have to put your seatbelt on first.
It's like, shit, I've been driving like this for so long, nigga. Let's go. Fuck it. I don't need my seatbelt. Put your seatbelt
on. Already. Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's been nice talking to you. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But again, you have free range to come on whenever you feel. You know what I'm saying? No matter if it's me and you, no matter if it's a group of fellas or a mixed crowd. I want to be able to have talks, not only just personally and solo, but I want to open this platform up to talk about certain things, and I'm gonna let you know about some of the things that I would like to talk about, because like I said, not only am I trying to give you your flowers now because you're very deserving of it, and I believe, like they say, there's no such thing as a dumb question, because every time you talk, somebody's listening, even though they don't verbally or admit that they're going through it. People can learn from things, and more than anything, I just want the 3% just to be able to touch people and make them think about it. You know, think about something that they wouldn't admit to themselves. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I've hurt more people in life than I've helped. But even though people are quick to say, oh, you know, nobody's perfect, I would be a fool not to try to live my life to aspire to be as perfect as I can. You know, so that takes effort and integrity. And that's what I'm building on now, you know, at 43.
And repetition.
Already. Or it's like they're working that memory, that muscle. So like I said, man, you have the opportunity to come on any given time. That's why when I was like, you want to be on the show? You was like, yeah, I'm ready tomorrow. I'm like, oh, shit. Hold on.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
I was like, oh, shit. Okay, well, that's new. But hey, like I said, man, more than anything, if you have anything, projects going on, if you have any shout outs, if you have any thoughts or anything, this is your platform. This is your time, brother.
All right, appreciate you, man. Shouts out to Crash 50. Crash and Chug, it's a podcast we got on YouTube. You can follow him. He creates his own content, mountain biking. He's a fellow veteran. He's doing this thing. It's pretty dope. You know, we're season 2-ish of our podcast over there doing that. You can follow me on Instagram, Chuggy. Nope, I don't know what it is.
Hold on. I think I'm trying to look it up. I think it's like Magnum joint, or it's
oh yeah, big balls in Spanish. Magnumalmendra. So that's what it is. Yeah. And John Coltrane on Facebook. So appreciate you, man. You know, keep doing your thing, brother.
Hey man, always love. I appreciate you for giving me some of your time. More than anything, like I said, this is the 3% show. I just look to inspire people and give people their roses now, flowers. in season 2. This is episode 2 of season 2. And it's gonna be some things. We're gonna discuss more things, but I'm definitely gonna try to get this gentleman back with a group of fellas so we can have God talk and you get a different perspective. So I'm gonna be working on that. So I'll holla.
Peace, man. Enjoy your evening, day, night, afternoon,